Hello, Professor Sandon. I am Sara Llopis, and this is my poetry project. First is the poem Accent by Denise Froman. My mom holds her accent like a shotgun, with two good hands. Her tongue, all brass, knuckles slipping in between her hips, her lips, all laughter and wing clap. She speaks like a sancocho of Spanish and English, pushing up against one another. In rapid fire, there is not telling my mama to be quiet. She doesn't know quiet. Her voice is one size better fit all, and you best not tell her to hush. She waited too many years for her voice to arrive, to be whole in needed housekeeping. English sits in her mouth remix, so strawberry becomes a strawberry, and cookie becomes a cookie, and kitchen keychain, and chicken all sound the same. My mama doesn't say yes, she says aha, and suddenly the sky in her mouth becomes an hectare level zone. Her tongue can lay itself down flat enough for the English language. It got too much hip, too much bone, too much conga, too much cuatro to two-step, got too many piano keys between her teeth, it got too much clave, too much hand clap, got too much salsa to sit still, it be an anxious child wanting to make Play-Doh out of concrete. English be too neat for her kind of wonderful. Her words spill in conversation between women whose hands are all they got. Sometimes our hands are all we got. And accents remind us that we're still bomba, still plena. We say huepa, and a stranger becomes your hermano. We say dale, and a crowd becomes your family reunion. My mama tongue is a telegram from her mother, decorated with the cookies of El Campo. So even though her lips can barely stretch themselves around English, her accent is a stubborn compass, always pointing her towards home. Poem Still I Rise by Maya and Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certain of tides. Just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulder falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my tides? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, wheeling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terrors and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of a slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Next poem, I'm going to read it in Spanish, is the poem Quejas or Complaints by Ecuadorian poet Dolores Pintimilla de Galindo. Y amarle pude al sol de la existencia, se abría apenas soñador el alma. Perdió mi pobre corazón su calma desde el fatal instante en que la hallé. Sus palabras sonaron en mi oído como música blanda y deliciosa. Subió a mi rostro el tinte de la rosa, como la hoja en el árbol vacilé. Su imagen en el sueño me acosaba, siempre halagüeña, siempre enamorada. Mil veces sorprendiste, madre amada, en mi boca un suspiro abrasador. Y era él quien no arrancaba de mi pecho, él la fascinación de mis sentidos, él ideal de mis sueños más queridos, él mi primero, mi ferviente amor. Sin él, para mí el campo placentero, en vez de flores me obsequiaban abrojos. Sin él eran sombríos mis ojos, el sol los rayos en el mes de abril. Vivía de su vida apasionada, era el centro de mi alma el amor suyo. Era mi aspiración, era mi orgullo. ¿Por qué tan presto me olvidaba el vil? No es mío ya su amor, que a otra prefiere. Sus caricias son frías como el hielo. Es mentira su fe, finge desvelo, mas ya no me engañará con su ficción. Y amarle pude, delirante loca. No, mi altivez no sufre su maltrato, y si a olvidar no alcanzará el ingrato, te arrancaré el pecho y el corazón. Next is lyrics of the song I See Fire by Ed Sheeran. O misty eye of the mountain below, keep careful watch of my brother's souls, and should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over during suns. If this is to end in fire, then we should all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out Father O, stand by and we will watch the flames burn on the mountainside. And if we should die tonight, then we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the last time, calling out Father O, prepare as well as we will watch the flames burn over on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. Now I see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire, blood in the breeze, and I hope that you remember me. Oh, should my people fall, then surely I'll do the same. Confined in mountains' halls, we got too close to the flame, calling out Father, oh, hold fast and we will watch the flames burn over on the mountainside. Desolation comes upon the sky. And if the night is burning, I will cover my eyes, for if the dark returns, then my brothers will die. And as the sky is falling down, it crashed into this lonely town. And with that shadow upon the ground, I hear my people screaming out. Now I see fire inside the mountains. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire hollowing souls. I see fire, blood in the breeze. This is the song Ice No Sleeps by Korean singers Tablo and Taeyeon. You left me paralyzed, no cure, no rehab for me. Funny that you got the nerve to keep asking me how I've been. You're the victor in this pageantry, but the only trophy you deserve is catastrophe. I'd rather we be dead to each other. No eulogies said for each other. And no rest in pieces. The memories got my chest in pieces. I'm praying that your eyes are the first to go. The way they look when you smile. The way they open and close. And then your nose, every single breath against my neck. And then your lips, every empty promise native said. Please fade, fade to black. But the nightmares come back. Because your eyes, nose, lips, every looking and every breath, every kiss, still got me dying and still got me crying. Forget a promenade, let's juggernaut down memory lane. Leave not thought alive to the slaughterhouse. I'm taking my pain. It's time to sever my brain from my heart and soul. My knees are burning hot, but God is cold. I've been told one day you know too much of heaven's sin. After the show, it's only hell that it brings. So take it slow and let time heal everything. They say time flies, but you keep breaking its wings. You'll never fade to black, but the nightmares come back because your eyes, nose, lips, every look and every breath, every kiss, it still got me crying, and you still got me dying. I never want to look into your eyes again. No, I never want to hear you breathe again. Let me go, baby. Tell me that it's the end. Because your eyes, nose, lips, every look and every breath, every kiss still got me dying. It still got me crying. The tears drive me out of my mind. Fade out. Poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Pretty woman wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellows dance or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can see. I say, it's in the arc of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, I oath to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need of my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman. That's me. Poem Borders by Denise Froman. It started before she gets here, before the stairs tell her she's alien to a country that knows her great-grandfather Mexican hands all too well. His fingerprints still echo underneath railroad track and cotton fields from Texas to California, where bent knees and bent hands once picked, plucked, pushed, worked for more money than he was used to, but less than he deserved. For Ana Maria, it began before the border. She walks with her two uncles in a desert for 1 week, with nothing more than a few gallons of water and a prayer tucked into their pockets, hoping both will last them long enough. The sun is an unforgiving God, but any God is worth having right now. The wind pushing at their backs, the grunt of gunshots from drug cartels, and the desperation of a job to employ their stomachs. Both have been uninvited guests on their doorstep, so they step a step. Ana Maria, small hands clutch the bottom of her abuela's dress. Her mother waits for her on the other side, hoping that her face still sings of home like it used to. Another step. She's too young to know what border means. She thinks people are just family members who haven't met yet. After her family arrives, she will learn there are some borders you can cross by foot. Ana Maria is now 10 years old. She's learned enough English to translate for her parents, but says that her thick accent is still a problem she tries to fix by living in her locker when the teacher calls on her to read. She tries to speak proper, like proper has a sound. She pushes her tongue down so she doesn't roll her R's, but she strips on the flatness of the syllables that bounce with too much salsa. She tries to rattle out the kinks in her speech, but her tongue is a stubborn dancer. The two boys behind her don't know how to do long division, but they know what a wetback is. And Ana Maria has braids, and that Ana Maria hair is thicker than their sisters, and they don't know how they know, but they know how to treat difference when they smell it. So they say things like, yo, go back to your country, as if their Irish ancestors never walked through Ellis Islands. Ana Maria is now 16. Her father works 18 hours a day as a dishwasher. Her mother cleans houses she'll never get to live in, so that Ana Maria can sit in a college classroom and say, I'm here. But her guidance counselor says she can't get financial aid or the in-state tuition rate because of her status. She says it like an apology. Anna wonders if her family ever crossed the border, or if they are just stuck inside another one, aggravating it like assault. Her guidance counselor stands in front of her with a mouth full of fences. There are some borders you can't cross by foot, but borders, I tell her, that can only be crossed by stubborn backbones. So when they ask you for your papers, Anna, show them your skin, wear your tongue like a cape, throw up your fist like a secret you can't keep any longer. they can keep you any longer, afraid you can ever afford to drop a dream. So when they come for you, tell them in the language that you know the best that you're not scared anymore. Poem Your Laughter by Pablo Neruda. Take breath away from me if you wish. Take air away, but do not take from me your laughter. Do not take away the rose, the lance flower that you pluck, the water that suddenly burst forth in joy, the sudden wave of silver born in you. My struggle is harsh and I come back with eyes tired, at time from having seen the unchanging earth. But when your laughter enters, it rises to the sky seeking me, and it opens for me all the doors of life. My love, in the darkness hour your laughter opens, and if suddenly you see my blood staining the stones of the street, laugh, because your laughter will be for my hands like a fresh sword. Next to the sea in the autumn, your laughter must brace its foamy cascade, and in the spring love, I want your laughter like the flower I was waiting for, the blue flower, the rose of my echoing country. Laugh at the night, at the day, at the moon, laugh at the twisted street of the island, laugh at this clumsy boy who loves you. But when I open my eyes and close them, when my steps go, when my steps return, deny me bread, air, light, spring, but never your laughter, for I will die. Quote from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. There are few people whom I really love, and still fewer of whom I think well. The more I see of the world, the more I am dissatisfied with it, and every day confirms my belief of the inconsistency of all human character, and of the little dependence that can be placed on the appearance of merit or sense. Quote from Anne's Frank, Diary by Anne Frank. I know what I want. I have a goal, an opinion. I have a religion and love. Let me be myself, and then I am satisfied. I know that I'm a woman with inward strength and plenty of courage. Quote by Martha Stewart. I believe one thing, and that today is yesterday, and tomorrow is today, and you can stop. The body is your instrument in dance, but your art is outside that creature, the body. I don't leap or jump anymore. I look at young dancers and I am envious, more aware of what glories the body contains, but sensitivity is not made dull by age. Short poem by Emily Dickinson. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. Quote by Annie Sullivan. Love is something like the clouds that were in the sky before the sun came out. You cannot touch the clouds, you know, but you feel the rain and know how glad the flowers on the thirsty earth are to have it after a hot day. You cannot touch the love either, but you feel the sweetness that it pours into everything. Without love, you will not be happy or want to play. Quote by Flannery O'Connor. Does one's integrity ever lie in what he is not able to do? I think that usually it does. For free will does not mean one will, but many wills conflicting in one man. Freedom cannot be conceived simply. It is a mystery and one which a novel, even a comic novel, can only be asked to deepen. Quote by Erica Jong. As long as femininity is associated with ruffles and flourishes and a lack of directness and honesty, women are never prized without being patronized. Their jacket photographs are reviewed instead of their books. Quote by Yoko Ono. I saw that nothing was permanent. You don't want to possess anything that is dear to you because you might lose it. Lyrics of Imagine by John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Next I will read in Spanish lyrics of the song El alma en los labios, or The soul in your lips, traditional Ecuadorian song. Cuando de nuestro amor la llama apasionada, dentro tu pecho amante contemple extinguida, ya que solo por ti la vida es amada. El día en que me faltes me arrancaré la vida. Porque mi pensamiento lleno de este cariño, que en una hora feliz me hiciera esclavo tuyo, lejos de tus pupilas es triste como un niño, que se duerme soñando en tu acento de arrullo. Para envolverte en besos quisiera ser el viento, y quisiera ser todo lo que tu boca toca. Ser tu sonrisa, ser hasta tu mismo aliento, para poder estar más cerca de tu boca. Vivo de tus palabras y eternamente espero llamarte mía, como quien espera un tesoro. Lejos de ti comprendo lo mucho que te quiero, y besando tus cartas ingenuamente yo lloro. Perdona si no tengo palabras con que pueda decirte la infalible pasión que me devora. Para expresar mi amor solamente me queda rasgarme el pecho, amada, y en tus manos de seda dejar a mi palpitante corazón que te adora.